winner of the New Jersey Press Association's Most Innovative Award.
Welcome to another edition of Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shea, bringing you the top headlines in Central New Jersey. Let's take a look at what's going on in your neighborhood. Little League hits a home run, get on the bus, headlight rights, teaming up for cancer, and a Monmouth County man faces life in prison. Where there's a bat, a ball, and a dream, there is Little League Baseball. As children across the nation team up to the plate this month, they'll be taking part in a milestone year for Little League. The program is celebrating its 75th anniversary, but that's not all. This year also marks 4 decades since it began offering softball for girls, and 25 years since a division for youths with disabilities was created. And despite some competition from other leagues, the program is still going strong in New Jersey with more than 200 individual leagues. For more on the past and future of Little League, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. And here's Mark Rosman with more headlines.
Area residents who had read in the past that the landmark Jersey Freeze ice cream stand might be losing its space in Freehold Borough will be heartened to read a report in this week's news transcript. An action taken by the Borough Council last week seems to indicate that plans for a Houlihan's restaurant on the Jersey Freeze site might now include a small building that would allow the owner of Jersey Freeze to continue operating on the place where he has been located for more than 60 years. Residents will be pleased to read about that, especially if it's a place they like to go in the summer. Jersey Freeze has been a landmark at the former Freehold Circle at Route 9 and Route 33 for many years, and this is a story that is still developing. You can read that in the news transcript this week. On another note, I'd like to remind you that I have been participating in the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Man and Woman of the Year event. I've been pleased to be a part of this and would like to let everybody know that on April 23rd at the Cheeseburger store on Route 9 south of Manalapan, we will be having an event at which part of the funds will be donated to my campaign. I'd like to invite everybody to stop by between 11:30 a.m. and 9 p.m. and help raise money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
A local historic landmark is getting a makeover. Here's Keith Humiller.
After working for the past 15 years to preserve and promote the historical legacy of the Navesink River, the Navesink Maritime Heritage Association will set its sights on another local landmark, Middletown's Grover House. The 18th century two-story home, built by a descendant of Middletown's first township clerk and one of the county's original settlers, has sat vacant since 1983. Under a lease agreement with Middletown Township, the NMHA will help renovate the home and set up its new headquarters there over the next 12 to 24 months. In this week's Hub and Independent newspapers, we talked to Charles Ledoulis, president of the nonprofit association, about how their organization's boat building classes, river exploration excursions, and other educational programs will expand as the NMHA moves into its new home. We also detail a number of exciting events the association will sponsor this year, including a replica of the Onrust, a European ship that first explored the region nearly 400 years ago, which will dock in Red Bank, Fairhaven, and Highlands this June.
And here's a roundup of headlines from this week's papers. A proposed bill brings together 2 seemingly separate issues, First Amendment rights and driving. The bill aims to decriminalize the flashing of a vehicle's headlights to warn oncoming drivers of police-operated speed traps. The issue arose when drivers reported being ticketed for doing just that. Middlesex County officials are stepping up efforts to alert parents about the illegal drug Molly. Police warned that the sale and use of the substance can be found at club events called glow parties or hyperglow parties, which are geared toward young people. An annual bus tour is credited with opening the eyes of local students to the prospect of attending college out of state. Long Branch's week-long Get on the Bus tour has been hitting the road for 21 years and is set out once again this week to visit colleges in the South. A former Eatontown man is facing a potential life in prison sentence without parole after he was found guilty of murdering his 2-year-old daughter. An investigation showed that Arthur Morgan III had strapped his toddler daughter in the car seat when he tossed her into a Wall Township creek in 2011. Morgan is scheduled to be sentenced next month. For more on these stories, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. And now it's time to tee up for golf season. Jennifer Amato has more on the courses that are now open in Middlesex County. After that, we turn to Tim Morris for an update on the local sports scene.
It's finally tee time in Middlesex County. After one of the harshest winters in recent memories, during which the county's 4 golf courses saw 2 months of weather-related closures, the links have officially reopened. Golfers can register to play at the sites in Piscataway, East Brunswick, and Plainsboro using a new online server that allows for tee time reservations and transactions. For more information, contact the staff at the Tamarack Golf Course in East Brunswick, the Raritan Landing Golf Course in Piscataway, and the Meadows at Middlesex in Plainsboro.
This week we take a look at volleyball, a sport that has really taken hold in this area. High school gyms are far removed from the beach volleyball that captured everyone's attention in recent years. However, playing indoors takes nothing away from what makes volleyball exciting and is even more of a team sport indoors, requiring everyone to be playing in unison. Colts Neck and Green and Marlboro have been 2 of the better teams in the Shore Conference over the years, and they slugged it out in an A-North match that went the distance, 3 sets, before the visiting Colts Neck Cougars finally won. The match featured some outstanding rallies, highlighted by terrific saves, teamwork, and heads-up plays. Rallies like these are a product of the trust that players develop in each other through experience and game situations. Of course, nothing beats a kill for sheer adrenaline. It's what every player likes to do and what really pumps a team up. This is Tim Morris for Greater Media.
A new film aims to change the way those with disabilities are viewed. Greg Kennelty has more on the Arc of Monmouth.
Disabled students between the ages of 18 and 25 who take part in the Achievement Zone, a part of the Arc of Monmouth, will be premiering their film about disabled people in the workplace. The film serves to encourage anyone with a disability to take part in the workforce and showcase to employers their value in the workplace. Some examples shown in the 10-minute film include an individual with severe brain trauma working at a local grocery store and another individual who doesn't do well socially working as a dishwasher. The individuals interviewed for the film were interviewed at their place of work. The film will premiere April 27th at 2 p.m. at the Algonquin Theater in Manasquan with a reception afterward. For more information on the film, see your local Greater Media newspaper.
2 organizations that help families dealing with cancer are teaming up. Here's Kathy Chang.
2 Middlesex County organizations that help families dealing with cancer are teaming up to expand their impact on local people in times of need. In 2008, Larry Perfetti and Mimi Hickman Perfetti lost their 22-year-old daughter, Kirsten, to a relatively rare form of pediatric cancer after a 4-year battle. Before she died, Kirsten decided she wanted to create the nonprofit Cures Kids to help the community. Meanwhile, in South Brunswick, the Day by Day Hope Foundation was founded in 2010 by Cheryl Confalone after she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2010. The foundation is committed to helping middle-income and self-employed families adjust and manage their finances while dealing with the devastating effect of cancer. The 2 foundations are already in discussions with one area hospital to hold a concert for children and their relatives, staff, and community members. For more information, visit our website at gmnews.com.
For more in-depth coverage and additional stories, see this week's editions of Greater Media newspapers. You can also find our exclusive series, The Autism Puzzle, A New Jersey Angle, on our website and in the papers. And let us know how you feel about this week's headlines at facebook.com/Greater Media Broadcast News. I'm Susie Shia. Thanks for tuning in.